Hello everyone. In this video, we will be learning about redirection in NestJS. So first, I will explain a little bit about redirection. So redirection means that whenever a user enters one URL, is redirected to another URL. There are two types of redirection, temporary and permanent. For the permanent redirection, the browser and search engines interpret this as a permanent change and they update their records accordingly. For the temporary redirections, browser understand this as a temporary redirection may continue to use the original URL for the future requests. In layman terms, 301 means that the website has been permanently moved somewhere else, and 302 means that for a while the user should be navigated to a new website or new URL, and after a while the users would be moved back to their original URL. So 301 in 301 the browser actually adds the new URL into its cache, and in 302 the browser does not add the new URL into its own cache. Our purpose of this video is to understand how to perform both of these types in our Nest.js ecosystem. So before we start, what I have done right now is created a new controller, which is I showed you earlier as well, Nest, G for generate, controller, and redirect. You can see I have a new controller here as redirect.controller.ts file, which is an extension. So here we have I have defined one method of get YouTube, which would redirect the user to my YouTube channel. Okay, so what you have to do first is to import redirect from NestJS common and use this redirect as a decorator right below your get request handler. So see, what I have done here is use redirect and then the URL and then the status code. The status code can be 301 for permanent and 302 for temporary. So this is as simple as it could get. Another way to perform redirection is what you could do is just leave it blank. Okay, sometimes you want to do some sort of logical operation. For example, you are in stage or in production or any other place where you would be choosing where you should navigate the user to. I can do something like this: if a is greater than 1. I mean, just dummy logic make you explain like this, else like this. This way you can dynamically choose where to redirect the user. This is another way to perform the redirection. So just for the sake of explanation, I put this scenario here only so that even if you face something similar in your future project, you should know that you can also perform dynamic redirection within Nest.js ecosystem. So let's see how this code works. The GitHub code is also very simple. What I have done is simply replace the URL with my GitHub profile and change the status code to 302. 302 represent temporary, 301 represents permanent. So let's go back here. Let me clean all of this stuff. So what I have done here is let's just open a new tab, go to the inspect element. I have clicked on disable cache. I don't want to like get the page from my own browser cache as I have already tried it earlier. So now let's write down the URL, localhost 3000, redirect, and YouTube. So the URL becomes redirect from the controller and YouTube from the nested path. So as soon as I let me refresh. So as soon as I press enter, you can see the request goes to localhost 3000 redirect and the status code is 301 moved permanently, and in the location you can see that the URL is sent as a response header and the browser has moved the user as me to this particular URL. Similarly to the GitHub, so you can see here it says move permanently. Let's now test our temporary route for GitHub. As soon as I press enter here, you would see the first URL is this, and here it doesn't say any permanent, and in the same location you would see the returned URL. I hope the redirection makes sense to you. Let's meet in our future videos. Goodbye.